Okay, and we're on the air. So we've gotten Shane into the Google Hangout now for everybody who's watching. I know Jonathan's out there. Saw someone else too on the chat, and so we're ready to go. Just since this one will probably sit around a little while before I've got it edited. Everybody knows that we have a Patreon at patreon.com/Uncle Matt. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you get a chance. And so the quick summary of what's going on with you guys is that Rekestric, Skeeter's character, owed a favor to a guy named Chang Falsetooth, who's basically his tutor in the magical arts, because he decided not to go a safer route, like working at like going to school at a place called the Rabbit Hole with Elijah. And so going a little bit more dangerously, you got into somebody who's a renegade magic user in the Grim Quarter, the city's worst neighborhood, and it has led you to where you are right now, which is going to find the shrunken head of an angel in interdimensional pocket that's owned by a wizard named Malagar. And so,
I don't know if the fact that it was an angel shrunken head was common knowledge to me yet.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay. No, that's cool. I totally don't remember that.
Yep, shrunken head of an angel.
Yeah, I definitely had it written down, so it was said.
Okay.
In the middle of the mission is no time for alignment checks, man.
Yep.
Because
Really,
an
alignment
angel
checks
head
are not-
ashtray sounds like something I would remember.
Wait, you don't want to eat it like jerky?
No, I'm totally changing. I'm having a complete shift.
It's okay. It's got a heavenly flavor.
I'm done with the eating.
He only asked for the head, and we should all get a feather to scribe spells with.
That's
Okay.
what
I'm thinking about pork chops.
Now, so
That was good. The mage wants a new scribing feather, and the halfling wants dinner.
yeah, there you go.
Not too atypical from the course.
Pretty common.
You can tell Allah's tracking the kitten as it's going and getting into trouble on the floor there.
No, one of my cats just got back from the vet because he has a heart murmur.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Aww.
Yeah.
Guy.
So, Shane, you've probably got notes on the instructions that you guys had. Why don't you run through those?
That was the first pass, or remember where you're at, or where you landed,
Oh,
past
wow.
the purple gate. Don't mess with the quiet.
Allah
Do
is
not by
actually
any
on
means
it.
disturb the room of quietude. On the way to the
She got
rough
technical.
grills of the guardians beyond the circular watchers lies the storeroom of a shrunken head. That's my notes.
Rough and frills of the what?
Guardians.
Of the guardians.
Oh yeah, it's Zillus Draw's head. So we knew it was the head of an angel.
Yep. Well, everyone but Skeeter.
I don't read.
Okay, fair enough.
Just making it harder and harder as a wizard.
He,
The whole not reading thing.
Orchestric doesn't know from heads; he just collects them.
It's like, whatever. It came from something. You collect things when you're an adventurer.
There you go. All right. So you guys are you've come down from
That doesn't look good.
I don't know. You've come down from the pool of the bubbling purple liquid that you all jumped down into, and where you ended up when you went down. So, for example, let's go ahead and put Rekestric standing right there. You are standing on a little stone island, a square island, in what looks to be a sea that goes out in all different directions. There's a large gateway up ahead that you can see, but unfortunately, none of the little islands here are actually connected to each other. So let me actually see whether I can switch.
Of course
over.
not. That would be easy.
It would. It would. It would be. No one would have any fun with that. All right. So here we are looking down at Rekestric on his way over to the gate. And actually a little bit more space.
Oh yeah, let's add some difficulty.
All right, so here's Rekestric looking disconsolately at the whole situation. You look up, Rekestric, and above you there is a disc of swirling liquid, and it's deep purple. And after a couple moments, a rope falls through it, and you tug on the rope a couple times, and then after a moment,
It was incorrect.
Rekestric falls through the purple thing and joins you
Wrong way.
on the thing.
Okay, so this little island that we're on, is it stable or is it like a dock where it kind of tips and moves?
No, it's stone and it's stable. So I mean, it
Okay.
feels like it's a goes down all the way to the bottom. Given the nature of things around here, there probably is no bottom, but maybe the stone's infinitely long too. So
I could be wrong, but that looks a lot like my mini.
that's what I'm saying. Is that
Yeah,
after?
Rekestric was first.
Yeah, but then after pulling on
Elijah.
the rope, Elijah was next.
Okay.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I'm hip to what's going on.
I would like to use my bow and try and touch the next stone to see if that is also stable or if
Okay.
that's a mover.
Well, with your bow, it feels like it's stable in terms of not tipping over. But
Mhm.
when you touch it with the bow, it begins to slowly drift away.
Oh, nope. I'm going to
Yeah.
touch it
from
and try and bring it back.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. So you're able to sort of scratch along the surface of it,
Right.
and it stops moving away, and you're able to sort of stabilize it in there. However, it did not tip in the slightest bit.
Okay.
All right. Right about then,
I know how to deal with this.
Thibodeau lands on top of you guys. Each of you make a saving throw.
Oh, shit. You little bastard.
Catch me!
You
No,
catch
I
me.
like to get that first missed saving throw out of the way early.
Oh, shit.
I didn't miss it. Wow.
Uh-oh.
I just made it. Do I need to grab Elijah?
No, I rolled a 19. I'm super cool.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you did miss it.
Oh,
Okay.
Still charged up from killing characters.
I'm just checking for my dice. Okay. Yeah, so we're doing this one with a somewhat limited set of dice. Nothing's going to have an 8-sided dice because I left all of my dice in the car, and Thomas has the car right now. So, but I can simulate all kinds of probabilities with a small set of dice. So we're good because I read Gary Gygax's, statistical discussion at the.
Whatever, math nerd.
We're just here to roll dice and kill people.
Can't believe I actually got away with that one.
Okay.
For now.
Now,
For now.
at that point, Tovak
Oh, crap.
drops on top of everybody. All three
Hold
of you
on
need to
tight.
make a saving throw.
Oh, again?
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh.
I made it that time.
Nope. That didn't take long.
Okay. So Elijah disappears into the water with a loud plunk.
I'm
Uh-oh.
laying flat. It's safer.
Oh, should we fish him out?
Thanks,
Yeah.
Thibodeau.
What?
Yeah,
He's a
absolutely.
magic user. He floats, right? Like a witch.
You have a
See,
good
this
He should
point.
come right back up.
You have an excellent point.
That's a solid argument.
The only thing that comes to the
Witch
surface is
float like a duck,
the only thing that comes to the
Wood.
surface is his hat.
Uh-oh.
Dang it!
did
I need a fish
did we
hook.
bring a 10-foot pole with us in here?
Oh shit!
I think we did, but now it's like a 7-foot pole.
Now that I got a
No.
grappling hook.
Well, grab the hat because I need that hat. It's a little known
Let's-
wizard fact. Pointy hats collect magical energy.
Let's go fishing for wizards.
Use my grappling hook.
All right, so you take out your grappling hook and you dunk it down into the water. You manage to grab a hold of something.
Is it fighting back?
No, it's not fighting back. You're able to
Is it heavy?
mildly heavy.
Okay, can you brace the other side of the platform, and I'll pull him up.
All right, pull them up.
Okay.
Okay.
You pull it up, and it is the skeleton of a really large fish.
It doesn't look like.
Damn,
her.
it ate him already.
Can we see in this liquid, or is it opaque?
You can see maybe a couple feet down, but beyond that, I mean, it's like seawater.
Drop the hook as far as possible.
Okay.
Right where his hat was.
All right. Well, it goes down all the way down. Nothing grabs hold of it.
Kind of pull it back up, swing it around a bit.
Do any
Swirl it
bubbles
left.
pop on the surface and scream rope?
Right.
Nope. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
We got his hat.
All right, Thibodeau. I'm gonna hold on to this end of the rope. I think you might need to go get him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bring the
stand
rope
on-
up, tie me
stand
to
on the
it.
grappling hook, and Tovak and me will hold on to the rope.
All right, I'm gonna wrap my arms
let's
around
go ahead
it.
and get his hat too. He might want that back if he wants to. If he's
Yeah, we're recovering his hat.
Well, if not, we can use it to bury it. You know, it's something.
What?
Just saying.
Wow.
All right, let's halfling fishing.
All right. So you're starting to dip Thibodeau into the water, and at that point, one of those squids comes up from underneath the water and climbs up onto one of the little pedestal things.
Damn, I'm not there for lunch.
Hold on to the rope. I'll take care of this guy.
All right. Now at that point, Elijah falls back through the purple gate.
Oh shit!
Everybody,
I'm guessing
everybody,
without his helmet, right, or his hat.
everybody, make a saving throw.
Oh,
I'm
Oh
not there.
no!
nat 20.
Now who's inflicting?
Oh, sweet, made it.
Shane.
I'm underwater somewhere. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah, we just let the rope go.
Skeeter.
I got a nat 20.
All right.
Tugging on a rope, and I see the end fall by me.
All right. So you guys are able to start hauling Thibodeau back up.
I'm firing at the snail, and Tovak is pulling the small fry up.
Take care of dinner, and
Okay.
I'll get one.
As soon as I land, I say, I didn't think I'd ever make it back to you guys.
What did you?
Oh my god!
And you see that he's got a couple of burn marks on him, and he's got this thing something jammed into each of his ears, and then sort of tangled around sort of these nasty tube-like things that look like they were pulled out of frog guts. So they look like frog intestines, are connected to the things in his ears and sort of wrapped around his forehead and then attached to things that look like two jeweler's loops.
Do you feel all right? Because I'm gonna feel real bad about killing you.
No.
Demon.
As I fell into the water, I got stuck in a time loop and sent to a different part of Jordoba for a whole Sunday game. I paid Omnibus
So
100
much.
gold pieces to try and get me back to you guys.
Oh,
Wow, that is a lake of liquid heroin. Because that is some shit I have never heard of.
I'm.
Am I out yet?
Dr. Omnibus was able to get you back here.
Oh,
He really is a miracle worker, you know.
All right, so you reel up the grappling hook, and Thibodeau is gone.
Oh no.
He's just gonna come back better.
Okay. Oh, maybe we should go to a different platform so it's not quite so dangerous on here.
Well, that is the goal, but I'm gonna try and shoot this snail off of here. So
Okay, so go ahead and roll to hit.
Ooh, that is going to be. That is going to be an armor class 4 and 3.
All right, so both of those are going to be hits.
Oh, take that, snail. That
Nice.
is 9 points of damage.
Okay, 9 points of damage to my snail.
Would that be considered an octo snail?
So we've got a
Wait, the camera's flipping back and forth. Where did that tentacle come from?
6 and a 10.
Tentacle
and a
came from
10,
where I'm getting the fuck out of.
26. Okay, now how much did you do?
I did 9.
Okay. All right. So the squid is not harmed. The tentacle.
What?
Oh, sorry. It's not dead. It's harmed.
Oh,
It's not.
yeah,
dead.
that's
Sorry.
a huge difference.
Yeah, it is a huge difference. Sorry about that. I did not mean to panic you. That was just a
It's all
brain
right,
fart, I
man.
guess.
It's
Right.
cool.
It just
It's
caught all
cool.
those arrows.
I'm
These
okay.
tentacles.
I'm gonna be all right.
All right. A tentacle launches itself up out of the water and
Ah.
attacks Elijah.
Oh.
Armor class.
Dude, you can't catch a break.
Oh, yes, my armor class. And no big shock to anybody as a whole. 10.
Okay. You take 6 hit points of damage, and this tentacle's wrapped around you.
Whoa.
It's just like old times.
Yeah, this always happens to you. You've got really bad luck with squids.
Hey, I came back with more hit points than I left, so I can take a hit now.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah. You
So how much damage was that? 6?
6.
So only almost half.
Okay, so we have pulled up the rope. Thibodeau is gone.
Yes.
Okay, so Tovak can deal with this tentacle while I deal with the octosquid.
All right. Tovak looks like
Octosnail.
he's ready to deal with that tentacle. Go ahead, Ala.
Super
Okay.
ready. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my sword and then I'm gonna make some sashimi.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Go get him, Tiger.
It's a 20.
Oh.
There you go.
All right.
Sashimi acquired.
All right. So Ala swings, chops the tentacle in two. A little piece of it falls onto the platform with you guys. And the rest of it just sort of flops back into the water. And it actually does not look like it was part of any sort of creature. It looked like it basically died when you did that. So it was just a roving tentacle of some kind rather than being the ethereal astral squid tentacles that you were dealing with in the other room.
So disembodied tentacles and octosnails. This place is so weird.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's what
Yeah.
happens when you go into interdimensional pockets.
It's cool. Whatever.
So at that point, Thibodeau falls on you. All three of you make a saving throw.
It's me!
Tovak, bat him back into play like a t-ball. No, made it.
Made it.
Tovak.
Made it.
Okay.
Help, I'm falling. I can't get up.
All right. So Thibodeau lands, and his feet squish down on the tentacle down there.
We saved that snack for you.
That just add a little flavor.
Now at that point, the squid that's over here decides it doesn't like you, doesn't like the surface, pissed off at absolutely everybody, squidges back into the water and disappears.
Okay. Okay, so what we need to do with the rope, we need to get a big loop of the rope and flick it over the far corner of that next piece of stone. That way we can kind of use it like reins and pull it closer to us.
We could. I think this is. I mean, this is like a platformer game. If we just like jump at it, it'll float us in that general direction. I think.
If we jump at it the way it is right now, it's going to float us off into the middle of nowhere.
Possibly.
Well, I got that rope with
Well,
the
we got that
grappling
grappling hook.
Pull it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If whoever jumps and makes it has the rope, then we just pull them back.
I don't like getting in that water. You go strange places.
All right, I'll jump to the next one.
Alright,
I
you
don't.
gotta hold
The only
the
way
rope.
I know to mitigate the risk is get our best jumper.
Well, our best jumper is Thibodeau.
I believe in you, Thibodeau.
Like highest agility. Yeah, that makes sense.
Unless
No.
it's a combination of strength and dexterity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Might
if
be
you
hurting on
want,
that.
I could just toss you.
Oh,
I know
please.
that works.
Please shot put him. That would be very entertaining for
We
me.
have already determined that works,
We have. That's
We
true.
did.
and we can do it if Thibodeau feels up for it, and then we just have this rope to make sure he doesn't float away.
Okay, while they're talking, I'm going to kind of toss the grappling hook and try to pull it over.
Okay, you toss the grappling hook. All right, so while you guys are talking, Thibodeau pulls the platform over next to you guys.
Okay, now we can push straight towards
That's
the
the
far
halfling way.
side.
Okay.
Now the other
I'll
thing
kinda
that
hold it and let
happens,
them
I mean,
do it.
the other thing that's going on, just as a point of information, is that when it bumps up against your platform, you guys actually begin drifting further
shit.
away
Better go quick.
Oh,
from the thing,
shit.
from the clunk of the two platforms together.
So
Get
we-
on the other platform, and then I'll
Let's
push
get on
us
the other
towards the other
platform.
one. Yeah.
All right,
We need to all go at the same time.
I heard Thibodeau say that he was getting on the platform.
Yep,
Yeah, me too.
on the
Anybody
platform.
else? Okay. All right, so everybody moves over to the second platform.
I'm gonna go last so I can push us off with my ridiculous strength.
Okay.
Like a
Um,
boat.
like a
Don't
boat.
forget to jump.
Yeah.
All right, so you push off, and you guys start heading this direction. It spins this one out of the way,
That was good. We're good with that one.
but it starts
Yeah.
spinning you guys off this way now.
Oh,
No,
throw the
grappling
rope.
hook,
Throw
something
the
else.
grappling hook.
Grapple and hook the next one quick and don't screw around.
Okay. So very quickly, you grapple this one over here, and it pulls the two of them together like this. Then they begin coming apart like that.
Okay, Thibodeau, you need to be on the next platform and grapple
Yeah, let's go,
the
let's jump,
porch
let's
there,
jump.
quick.
All right, Thibodeau is able to jump over to this platform here. All right.
Rest of us need to be on that one.
All right. They're starting to come apart like that. You guys jump.
Yep.
All right. Everybody makes it across.
Oof.
And then this thing clunks because it's still that forward momentum from the collision. It clunks into the little wharf
Get off quick.
Yep. We're getting off that one.
that's at the end over there. So that's
Go,
where
go,
you
go.
guys are standing right now.
All right.
Everybody runs to the gate.
Now, we need to think.
We
make
got to
sure
come
this
back this way.
thing's
So
here. Yeah.
So lasso the other ones and bring them over to this stable part.
I don't know if we can get that far away, but we can try.
I'll
You
settle just for the first one or last one.
Yeah, we can
I
shove
think
off.
Grappling hook stuff. A little bit closer.
Okay. So
Well, we can't come back this way because there's no way we can get through the purple gate from
Sure,
the
man.
bottom.
Yeah,
Just like
right about.
just like the TV show Sliders, you just jump up into the gate.
yeah, it's 10 it's only 10 feet above.
Oh, I thought it was
Left.
way high up.
No.
Okay.
It's almost
Okay,
it's
okay.
almost within touching distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
And
right.
it
So
said
you
remember
guys,
where you came from. You know.
And there's still a rope hanging out of it too, right, Matt?
no, the rope fell down once you guys let go of the whole thing. No, he tugged on the rope. You were holding it. Nobody brought the other end of the rope in. So yeah, you do actually have a rope hanging down from
Okay. Okay.
it. But I don't think it was secured to anything on the other end.
Not really.
So I think if you try and climb
Yeah,
it,
we definitely didn't do that.
Yeah, you're gonna just
we all just one by one said we jump.
yeah. So I think you're just going to pull the rope out of the gate if you
I just wanted
Well,
the tentacle.
we can throw up the grappling hook
yeah.
and catch it on the edge.
And apparently, if we just jump into this water, we end up in Jordoba. So maybe we just skip
Let's
the whole-
jump in the water.
Oh shit!
All right, so you guys are
Let's go through the gate.
you guys are able to grapple one of the pieces of rock. Now it also seems like they've gone out a large distance, the other ones, but then they seem to be slowing down and very, very slowly making their way back into position.
Well,
Oh.
cool.
Do
Okay,
they go off one edge of the screen and show up on the opposite edge?
That'd be awesome.
No, this is a more modern game than that.
Okay.
All right,
This
so
is
you're able to
inside
sort of
scroll.
tether. You can tether both of your moving rock platforms here to the one that's attached to the gate, which is stationary.
All right.
So you've got this little area in front of the gate that you can stand on, and so that is where you guys are at the moment. Is here on this little platform rock spur before going into the gate. All you can see on the far side of the gate is more water.
Is there any inscriptions or symbols on the gate?
No.
Even with your terrain set up, this plane stuff is spooking me. Well, hang on. Let's refresh ourselves on our directions.
Man, it doesn't
Well,
seem
there's
like
only
this
way to go.
applies.
Don't disturb the
Yeah.
room of quietude. We're past that.
Are we
Purple
past the room
gate.
of
We're
quietude?
past that.
No, we went through the purple gate, but we don't know what the room of quietude is.
Well, it said don't mess with it or something.
Yeah.
There was a door he heard absolutely nothing behind.
Well, that could have been just y'all making too much noise behind me.
It might have been the room of quietude. It might have been the shut the fuck up, you guys. I'm trying to listen at the door.
That wasn't the room of quietude. That was the room of shut up.
Well, you know what's going to happen. I go through the archway.
Okay. So Rekestric disappears on the far side of the archway.
I started
Damn,
this
yeah.
shit off with the purple.
Every time. All right, I guess the rest of us have to go too.
Oh,
Everybody follows?
I guess.
Yes.
You don't got to.
And we never saw Orchestric again.
Nope. He's gone.
Okay.
I guess we need
So
to find another elf to like follow around and be cool with.
You need higher standards. Let's get another halfling.
That makes you the party elf.
Ooh, you're moving up.
Oh, that's a burden of responsibility I am definitely ready to take on. Can't wait to start using a longbow and everything.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
You can fill the whole party up with halflings as far as I'm concerned. Their halflings are great because they don't run as fast as you do when you're running away from monsters.
okay, so as you walk through the gateway where you should have been splashing into water on the far side, there's a momentary sense of disorientation as you go through Rekestric, and then the others follow, and you find yourselves in a room. There's obviously a tomb of some kind. There are 3 large sarcophagi at the far end of the room from you.
Damn.
There are also long long stone trenchers that are filled with human bones along the side of the room. So let me see if I can.
I will
Get it.
immediately, as I go through and see this scene and other people start showing up, do the universal sign of please be quiet.
Okay. Now let me see if I can switch over to the overhead camera real quick. See what that looks like. Okay.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah,
That is spooky.
that's a problem.
All right. So that's a basic idea of the room. You can see the trenchers of bones in there. There are 4 of them, and there are 2 doors leading out of the room. On this camera view, you can see one of them. There's another one directly opposite that.
And we just appeared in the middle of the floor?
Pretty much. Well, you appeared on, sort of walking into the room. If you look behind you, you're still seeing that big gate with water on the other side, and you can see your little stone platform. So look backwards. You're looking directly back to what you would expect to see.
Hinges on our side with those doors.
No, the hinges are on the far side.
I'm going to tap Thibodeau on top of his head
Yeah.
and
So
point
Vex's
at
gonna-
point at one of the doors.
As we're all like eerily quiet for the party.
Right.
I will go look at the furthest door.
Okay, well, they're both about equally far from you. So, I mean, you can look over here. There's one door. And sort of look over here.
Oh, over there. Okay.
There's another door. So, yeah, they're basically just directly opposite from each other with the sarcophagi in between the two of them.
What do those piles of bones look like?
People.
Yeah, they look like human bones. What is nice is that they don't look like non-human bones.
It's a shame, otherwise we would have taken them for broth of some sort. Although they're probably all-
yeah, bone broth.
Yeah, bones of soul would make good broth.
Mhm.
And there's dust,
Yeah.
Adds a little flavor. All right,
your
let's check the
pictures, though.
west door.
And
Okay.
we're being quiet, so we can't really talk amongst ourselves, right?
That is correct.
We're using Dwarven Sign Language. I mean, Dwarven Sign Language is usually fisticuffs, but in this case, it is.
Okay, so Tovak begins making all sorts of bizarre gestures with his hands, and meanwhile Thibodeau goes over to the door on the west wall. What are you going to do?
Oh, guess it didn't hear me. I'm going to listen.
Okay, you don't hear anything.
And check for any kind of traps or something. Delicate test.
Okay, so you check the top of the lintel, you check the bottom of the lintel, and so in the tiny crack under the door, there's some sort of pieces of loose metal in there of some kind.
Did it look like they attached to anything?
They may be attached to each other. You want to use delicate tasks to sort of draw them out a little bit and see what it is.
Yeah.
There's enough slack in the line that you can do that.
Big whopping 35%.
Okay. So you put one of your little thieves' hooks around it, and you've been pulling it out, and you see that it's a little chain of jingle bells.
Oh no.
I got chained. That was it.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
It's a chain of jingle bells.
Yep.
Is Matt gone?
What? Can you hear me?
Now
Yeah.
we can.
Okay.
We got the chain. That was it. Then you just went out.
Oh. All right. That's weird. I don't even think I muted myself. Yeah. So it's a little chain of jingle bells.
I'm going to pull them in without making them make no noise.
Okay. That works up until the very end of the chain, which is
Connected something.
yeah, it's anchored to something back there. So you're able to get it in most of the way, but then if you pulled any further, something might happen.
Okay. It's not tight. Can we just? Is it like thin enough to break? Is it
Do we have any
connected with the
wax?
string?
If we have wax, we can just wax up the jingle bells so they don't make sound.
Well, we
Got
could
much time to
we
melt
could
it.
stuff a bag in the crack
We can
under
stuff a
the
bag.
door.
We can always chew more bread and jerky because that worked so well for us.
I'm
last time.
actually packing wax if you need some.
Yeah, like because that will keep the little ball from jingling in the bells.
Okay.
Is there enough room to get it in there?
He's got tiny like hobbit hands.
Actually,
Whoops.
the wax right now is hard. It's not melted, so it is. Shane, you think there's a risk that pushing this wax into the jingle bells could ring some of the other ones?
What about the What is it connected to?
That you
From
don't
the jingle
know.
bells to what? I mean, does it look like a string? Does it look like a rope?
The jingle
Chain.
bells are connected to each other by a very light chain, like a necklace type of chain.
All right. Is it sticking out enough to kind of cut it?
Yes, but
Okay,
yeah, but you don't know what the anchor is. You can cut off all the jingle bells that you can see from
Yeah.
the anchor, but whatever the anchor is, you don't know.
Yeah, that we don't know, but it's not pulled tight or anything because.
Well, it is by the time you get it to the
When I
anchor.
pull it out and stuff.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Can I have a
But it
whisper
wasn't-
conversation with Orchestric while Shane's doing his surgery over there?
Yeah, you're going to go over and whisper something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Orchestric, what about we take our ropes and try and lash these skeletons down to
At
their
that-
sarcophagi?
At that moment, when you are just as you are sort of in the middle of speaking, all three of the sarcophagi open up.
That would have been a good plan.
I started to
I-
do it by myself, and this is what I get for checking with the party.
All right.
I'm gonna cut my jingle bells real quick.
All
right,
Sorry.
Bummer.
One of the sarcophagi appears to be empty.
Holy ball.
We can't even
What
turn.
the fuck is that thing?
I don't want to fight that. I'm
Wow.
gonna go back in that creep ass water.
They go jump in the water.
Holy shit, there's two of them.
All right, so out of the two sarcophagi come what look like
Man.
demons or apes of some kind. Now we've got Elijah and Orchestric, and we're going to end up with some blurring as I set these guys up. But you guys are at the back because you were having the whispered conversation. So up over here, right next to one of the great big demon things, Thibodeau is messing around with jingle bells, and then Tovak is over here in front of the large one. So you've got sort of this mess going on, and we'll go ahead and we'll switch to sort of an overhead view if I'm able to do that. So let's take a look at the other camera.
God, I am tempted to
Like,
grenade this entire room.
Me. This one's on me. Sorry.
We're in this room too.
Hey, that's two.
Hey, maybe
No, I just
we'll
mean my bad. Sorry.
maybe we'll
What's
end
up,
up
mate? You
back
cut
with
the
Dr.
rope.
Omnibus.
Okay, so there you guys are. They come out. It takes them long enough to get out that even though they had surprise, they aren't able to do anything in the surprise round. So we're going to go immediately into the round. Any spells or missiles?
I am going to missile the shit out of that one that's going to jack Thibodeau.
I'm prepping a spell.
Okay. So Dex order. Thibodeau is first. What do you do, Shane? Any spells or missiles?
All right, can't. No, I ain't got no spells or anything.
Okay, so I think we run down to Orchestric next. So you're going to shoot.
Shane, cast teleport.
Think about casting fireball.
Let's see. Armor class 3 and 2.
Okay, the armor class 3 is a miss. The armor class 2 is a hit. Roll damage.
Okay.
Tell me your damage.
That is 5. Did it seem like I irritated him?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The oh yeah was a good part.
Okay, so you plunk an arrow right into its demon belly, and it's real unhappy about that. And Tovak, any missiles?
Do
Not
some
for me.
sit-ups, you demon.
Okay, so we've got and then spells and missiles. Jim,
Web.
were you walking around with that cast, or are you beginning
No.
to cast it?
When you first said that's the one I'm prepping.
Okay, all right. So you
I
started.
thought you'd gotten back around to me again.
No, not yet. Not yet. Okay, so that was spells and missiles. Then we go into melee. We've got a couple of melee connections. So Thibodeau, you are you attacking in melee?
I'm trying not to.
You might want to try to.
Yeah, no. well, I was playing kind of slapping with the jingle bells because I probably didn't have nothing out. I was on the ground over there.
Okay. All right. You slap him with the jingle bells.
That might throw him off his game.
Well,
I
it certainly
wasn't
seems
Yes.
expecting that.
it certainly
They
seemed to
really
surprise
don't
him a
like
little
the
bit.
sound.
Tell him to catch.
It doesn't do any damage though. So moving along to Rekestric and Tovak. Tovak, you're in melee.
Yeah, and Tovak's gonna try to cut that demon in front of him.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a natural 20 though.
No.
Try and succeeded.
Cool.
And that's just
Kick your
max
butts
damage,
off.
right?
Yeah.
10 damage then.
All right.
I am very proud of the sub elf.
See, we've got a system now. I'll keep screwing up and you keep Nat critting.
That is not a bad plan.
Not when I'm in
Tovak's gonna
front.
yell at the one attacking Thibodeau. So, come over here and makes a lot of noise. Maybe they're attracted to loud noises.
Well, that's
Which-
not a bad assumption, actually.
So get over here, and then he bangs his sword against his shield.
Okay. Then Rekestric and Elijah, you guys are not in melee.
Correct.
Now Tovak. Okay, so Tovak makes loud noises, and as it turns out, they don't like loud noises. And so one of them leaps over.
Just slaps the shit out of Thibodeau and leaves him there.
Yeah, no, he goes right past Thibodeau, starts attacking Tovak. Tovak, what is your armor class?
It is 2.
Okay, you're hit once and missed once, and the hit does 6 points of damage,
Oof. Okay.
and that is their melee round, and no one else is in melee, so now we go to movement. Thibodeau, any movement?
Yeah.
Dude, he turned his back to you.
Oh, backstab him!
I know.
Backstab him!
You make him
I
pay
can
for
get
that.
behind him as much as possible so I can backstab.
All right, you're able to shift right into backstabbing position. Next melee.
Y'all are just so bloodthirsty. I was going to run behind the sarcophagus and push him over.
No, you backstab. You get a chance to backstab. You backstab.
Also, these guys are probably tasty.
I would like to move sort of in the way in between Elijah and the demons so they can't disrupt his spell.
Okay.
Of course, this spell is not going to help us.
Yeah, I
Sure
know.
it will.
I started prepping the wrong spell.
All right, so Rekestric moves up. That's going to put you in melee distance. Is that all right?
Okay, then I will drop my bow as I'm moving up and draw my sword and what else do I have? Oh, sword and dagger.
Okay. Ala, Tovak moving at all?
Oh no, this
Okay.
is good. This is where he wants to be.
All right, and then
Getting tore up.
so that's all. Oh, okay. And Jim, any movement?
No, sir.
Then they attack Tovak again.
Spells and missiles.
One hit. What do you mean spells and missiles?
It's-
Oh, we
it's-
didn't. No, we
It
did.
seems like they're getting a double attack.
We're rolling. That's right. It's their movement, not their attack. How drab. All right. So they don't move anywhere, and then we go to anybody switching weapons and stuff like that. So Rekestric switches weapons around, and then we go up to spells and
Short
missiles.
sword.
All right.
I'm very unclear on where these guys popped from. Did they come up from the piles of bones or did they come out of those sarcophagi?
Out of the sarcophagi. 2 of the sarcophagi are open now.
Okay, so and with them in melee, I can't drop a web on them without catching our guys, right?
Let me take a look over at. Okay, I'm looking at this. I do not see any way you could do that. You could see
Catch
that screen.
Thibodeau, but that makes him safe and warm.
No. So what I'm going to do is drop the web spell on the 3 sarcophagi, and if I can catch them in the back edge, maybe something will hamper them. I'll do that.
Yeah, you can definitely you can fill that entire area that contains the sarcophagi.
Well, there's a third one that hasn't opened yet, and
There
if I
is-
can
there
screw
is.
them up too, plus
Better
all
safe
those
than
bony
sorry.
guys, I don't trust them either.
We don't have our cleric to turn undead, so
Goddamn Lethe. Nothing but a letdown.
Wow.
Humans.
Yeah. Right?
I think you if you guys are disappointed in your cleric, I imagine that your cleric is somewhat disappointed in you guys too, based on past actions.
yeah.
So maybe that's a mutual
Hugely.
thing.
I would be
We're-
disappointed if Lethe wasn't disappointed in
And,
us.
and yet we still haven't taken the hint.
You're not living life to the fullest if your cleric's happy with you.
Exactly.
Hey, it's 4-1. So
Wow, you're channeling your inner Ian with that one.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the blah 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 spells and missiles. So Jim, you're going to go ahead and web all those sarcophagi. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. Nobody else has any missiles in there. So we're going to move on to the melee phase. Thibodeau, you are in melee. You are the fastest. You have a short sword. You are behind the demon thing.
that's a hint. Do we get +4 to backstab?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Do it.
Well, that's good. 17.
All right. That's you.
+1.
Wow.
You sink your short sword into its back. Roll double damage.
Ooh. Short sword's a D6. All right. Ooh, 6 and a 3. 9 points.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Pretty good.
Thibodeau jams the short sword right in between the wings of the thing, and it falls and dies.
On Thibodeau.
Hey, I helped there, Tiger. That was the
I
one
know,
that
I
I
just
shot
got
too.
the other one. So I wasn't sure if. So I attacked the one in front of me. I
It's a
wasn't.
demon monkey killer.
Yep, go
To
ahead.
make sure we're not attacking the same one.
No, Thibodeau got the one in front of him.
All right, good.
Get him, Tovek.
All right. No, that I rolled a 4, so no.
Okay, so you swing and you miss.
With.
Um,
And I am not in range to hit that one, am I?
So close.
No, close but not.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to attack Tovak. And as it's doing so,
Uh-oh.
it utters an ululating sort of
Ooh.
gorilla Tarzan yell kind of a thing.
That's not
Oh
cool.
boy.
And then it smacks Tovak
Oh, shit. You
For
shut
5
your monkey mouth.
5 points of damage.
Ow.
Son of a bitch.
That's a black guy.
Oh, my beard can't take much more of this.
Now the third sarcophagus, the lid of it begins thumping open and closed, thumping open and closed, thumping open and closed, thumping open and closed because the
Thank you,
webs are
Jim.
holding it in place.
So that wasn't a wasted spell.
No.
So that's the end of the melee phase. Anybody gonna move?
I'm going to move to help my buddy
I will move.
and fellow elf, Tovak.
It
To
hurts
do
a
what?
lot.
To kill that dude.
Oh,
I wanna
okay.
Move into
Rokestric moves into melee. Okay.
all
Darn, he got in my
naked
way. I
and
guess I can't move.
elvish.
All right. The halfling announces that he can no longer get there. He's blocked, and it's very irritating.
Why don't you take care of your jingle bells, elf? Little elf.
I gotta collect my jingle bells.
Everybody's an elf.
Well, the jingle bells are
Even Elijah?
Sure.
Honorary elf.
Token elf.
He's a wizard.
I love the elves.
All
They got
wizards are
spells.
elves.
I can
All
be
right,
Stumpy Elf.
Anybody else moving? Elijah, you going to charge forward into melee?
No, but I've got a missile attack when you get there.
Okay, that'll be next after the rest of the movement. This is also when a second ape swings down
Ah.
and it's going to attack Tovak from behind.
Seriously?
Jeez.
Damn.
Mother pus bucket.
Where the
I
hell
will
did he
yell
come from?
in case he-
I am dead serious. Out of the air.
He just popped out of the air.
Do you guys have any of those healing potions left?
You want to
Oh,
look
God
up
damn it.
Rokestric?
Not now.
Yes.
There's probably a dozen of them.
There
I'm packing one, Allah.
That was good. So yeah, no. So Jim, you're able to look up in the air, and yeah, it's nice, clear blue air, blue sky over the top.
No ceiling.
No
Fucking
ceiling.
By chance of
blind
monkeys.
You can see about 40 or 50 monkeys beginning to slowly circle around the top of the room, looking down. to the west.
Oh shit.
Oh, this was the quiet room, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Thibodeau, get a door open.
Get the door
Let
open.
me open the west door.
All right, roll a d6.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There's 40 monkeys in the air?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's time to bail.
I got a 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a
5. All
Bugs
right.
Bunny cutout in that door in just a minute.
All right. So yeah, no. Well, yeah. So right now, Thibodeau has both of his feet braced on the door and is pulling on the doorknob.
Even though it's a push door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's what happens when you roll a 5.
yeah, that's a halfling.
But the other door is still clear. There's a monkey in the way though.
Not for long.
So that was in the movement phase that he came down. You guys looked up.
Oh, sure. I see how you are. You ask me if I have any movement, then drop, when I don't move, drop 40 monkeys on us. I see how that works.
Just the
I
one
saw what you
monkey
did there.
for
Now, Jim, when I'm in a particularly sinister mood, I ask you whether you want to move, and then when you say no, I say, okay, you're the lone wizard off here in the corner. You're where my monkey's going to land. But what did I do? It decided that Tovak looked tastier. So it has come down and it's done its attack on Tovak. We're
It
now
was,
moved
though.
to spells and missiles. Any spells and missiles?
Jim had a
Yes,
missile.
because Tovak, you're about to die, right?
I'm not looking so hot, but I also have a healing potion, so I will try to tug that.
All right, the one that Tovak's already been attacking and damaged, Matt, I'm going to concentrate mentally, call out the Dr. Omnibus, and scream, please, please let me fire these things, and try and jack off the laser eyes.
All right. The
What?
Because he's got the crystal ball, right? He ended up with the crystal ball.
you're not able to contact Dr. Omnibus from there. However, you do see that the symbols on the sarcophagus are as soon as you put your hands on the little ear things, all right, several runes light up on the sarcophagus. Every single one of them is in the shape of the sigil of Set, the snake biting its own tail kind of stuff. Those begin glowing as soon as you put your fingers to your ears.
Whoa.
What do?
What are you doing?
Order all the monkeys to stop attacking.
Nope, they don't care about that. They're going to kill you all.
Wrong.
Wrong.
The
You have chosen poorly.
all right, so that was in spells and missiles. Everybody else is in bed. Thibodeau, you could potentially. No, you're busy holding on. You're busy trying to get the door open. So the we roll from there into melee. We've got 2 winged monkey demons. One's going to attack Tovak from behind, and that's going to be a hit.
Oh.
It's going to do 1 point of damage.
Oh.
And one of them is going to attack Rekestric. And what armor class are you? 8.
8.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Yeah. So it misses you.
Whoa.
Okay. So
Naked elven ninja.
We're on
a
the
weak
razor's edge here.
a weak showing by the 10% or so of the monkeys that are actually on the ground in combat right now. You are also able to see that behind the west wall, several monkeys appear to be landing just on the far side of that door that Thibodeau's trying to get
Which
open.
door?
The one you're trying to get open. None of them seem to be landing behind the east door. In fact,
That's
as
where
far
we
as
go
as far as you can tell, it's as if there is an invisible wall going up from the east wall of this room, but not from the west wall. So it's like there's an invisible cliff up there that they're avoiding, but they are coming down behind the other door.
So
And
the door we've been trying to get through is where they are landing.
Yes.
Yes.
So we need to get through the other door.
Yeah, they're landing in a room or a platform or something like that on the far side of that door. And Thibodeau is feeling some success in opening the door. He's had his feet braced on it, but even though he's got his feet braced on it and he's holding the handle as hard as he can, it starts opening inward. So you've got that minor issue going on as well. So we've just done spells and missiles, correct? And so now we are on melee. It has attacked. You guys get to attack. Tovak and Rekestric.
Oh, booyah. Yay. I'm so happy.
Yay me!
All right. What is it that's making you so happy? Put a number.
Shit.
Put a number on it.
I hit armor class 0
That's a hit. They're armor class 2. Roll
for
damage.
8 points of damage.
Ooh.
Oh wait,
Ouch.
no,
Dang.
I can't. That's not a longsword. For 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Sorry.
Half is good.
But
All right,
it's the one I've already stabbed.
Yeah, it is. And so he's down pretty badly. That ends the melee phase. So now
I've still got
it's
an attack.
Huh?
Maybe. I've
Tovak
still
gets
got
to
an
attack.
attack.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, and just to make sure, what kind of action is it to drink a potion?
It's just you do that sort of at the end of the round in the stuff
Okay.
phase.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well. But I believe I hit with a 16.
Does that hit armor class 2 for you? I think it does.
I believe it does.
Oh yeah, that has
for me.
to.
Okay, roll damage.
And it was 7 points of damage.
Is this against the wounded one, or are you going to turn around against the unwounded
The
one?
wounded one. I want to finish that one off.
Okay, that kills him.
Finally.
So
and I'm
he goes
assuming these are multiple.
The guy
hit die.
blocking the door we need to go through.
Yeah.
Negative. Oh,
it was the one that
Clear the path.
newly landed that came in for a landing behind Tovak. So you've got a clear shot to the door. Movement phase. You guys go first. What do you do?
I'm going to let go of the door and run to the other side.
Okay.
Maybe it'll sling them in.
Roll a d6.
Ouch. Is that for opening the door or running away?
That's for opening door. You're not in combat.
Opening door.
So
No. Ooh, I got a 1. Holy crap.
okay.
Gotta run into it?
So instead of bouncing off the door, you go right through it. Boom.
Smashes his face right into the door.
Door is open. Thibodeau disappears on the other side, and you hear a loud, high-pitched scream.
Whoa!
All right.
Mama!
Next is Tovak and Rekestric. What do you guys do?
I'm pushing Tovak through the door.
Go first. I'll cover you, this guy until.
You're gonna die. I'm doing better than
I
you
got my
are.
potion.
You got a potion.
Go through the door and drink the potion.
All right, that's basically enough discussion in terms of what kind of a back and
Okay,
forth
okay.
argument.
All
you
right,
guys
all right.
do. Rekestric
roll.
is trying to push Tovak through the door. Rekestric couldn't move you on his best day. Do you decide that you're going to go through the door and make him feel good?
I'm not weak.
He will err to caution and to the advice of his clearly more informed elven friend.
He's just taller.
He's
Don't
so
disrespect your elders.
So when you say that, what that boils down to is that you're going to go through the door. Because the problem with that plan, of course, is that you're going to get a fleeing attack from the ape.
cool. That's all right. Better I take it than anybody else.
Okay. So let me see what kind of. Oh,
And
right. That's why I wasn't in
Is
it.
movement before or after
Damn fucking cables.
the end of the
after.
round? Okay. So, because I think we start with movement, so I would have taken my potion before moving,
Yeah. Okay.
because otherwise I'm gonna drop.
No, you're good. Okay. So it's gonna. So you got? Did you get your healing from your potion?
I did. It was 7 points.
Oh, wow.
And he misses you too. He also misses you. So so Tovak runs through.
Blessings.
Everybody leaves the magic user.
And so Tovak runs through, and you hear once again the halfling's high-pitched scream.
Oh god.
Awesome.
Did I get stepped on?
It's you. What do you do?
Me?
No, Rekestric.
I engage the monkey so Elijah can run around me and get out of the room.
I'm not in melee. I can just run out.
Okay, well, Rekestric engages the monkey.
Yes.
Elijah, your movement. What do you do?
I make Fred Flintstone running sounds. Through that door.
Okay, so you don't. The halfling does not scream this time.
Woohoo!
And so, hang on just a second. Let me mute this. I gotta
Hello?
Wait
Who
a
is it?
second. That looks familiar.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Wait what is this? Is this some sort of
Skeeter
time
really
travel?
likes the way that I answer phones.
Yeah, what the hell you want?
What?
What?
All right, what are we looking at here? That's the wrong camera view. I'm going to switch over to the
Uh-oh.
picture of this. Okay, so this is the current dust up that's going on. We've got Rekestric pretty much over by the door, but he is in combat with the monkey. All right, and then also during during the movement phase of that round, another one of the monkeys swings down from out of the sky, and he's going to be there to help kill Rekestric. All right, that was movement. Now, from movement, we go to spells and missiles, and
I will be prepping a spell.
okay, so you're prepping a spell. Now you guys can see all of this as it's going on, and let me give you an idea of what you're seeing on your side of all of this. You guys are in a room like this. Okay, it's got a purple pit, pretty much like the one that you ran into last time. This is the door that you've just come through. And the reason that Thibodeau screamed, first he screamed because the speed of his entrance into the room almost carried him all the way into the pit. The second scream was when Tovak ran into him from behind, and that almost knocked him into the pit. And then they were both out of the way by the time that Elijah managed to run into the room. So that's the reason for the screams and not screams. So you are able to see Rekestric back in the other room, still fighting the apes. And the other thing, okay, so if you're looking up, all right, you see about 100 of the red-furred monkey things overhead.
It was less on the other side.
They're in a shape of a dome, and they're hammering on the dome overhead. It's transparent dome, so you're covered, and they can't get in. But they're really upset about that fact. And you see some more of them beginning to crawl over to the edge to where they can get into the room where Rekestric is. Okay. So that's what's all going on there. And so spells and missiles you begin casting. Then we go into melee, Rekestric.
This is not good.
You can face me back the other way. I'm casting into that room.
What'd you get?
That's 5 points of damage.
Okay. That hurts it quite a bit. They attack you.
Back off, monkey nuts.
Well, the other thing is that 2 large pieces of monkey shit land on you.
Damn.
That's just from overhead. One of the monkeys misses you. That one hits. So you take 5 points of damage.
That's some nasty shit.
Good monkey ass piece of shit.
All right. That takes us into the movement phase. Rekestric, what do you do?
Get the fuck out.
All right. So you're getting the fuck out of dodge. That means you're attacked twice more. One of them misses. This is incredible. You're armor class 8. That's a hit. So you're hit for 5 more points of damage. And that, however, allows you to dive through the door and
Thibodeau, when I say slam the door shut.
Slam it now.
I'm not sure Thibodeau's even going to wait for your suggestion about when it is that the doors.
Well, on the both sides, it doesn't seem like they can get in here. So.
Well, they can't get in here from the roof, not the door.
Yeah, and I'm not going to wait to find out. The second that door closes and I can clock a spell, it's hold portal.
Nice.
All right. So here we are. We're looking at the back of Thibodeau through the door. And so this is what you guys are seeing in that room. And
don't move.
Hey, do you guys think these are the circular watchers?
Yeah, the ruffs and frills of the guardians.
Sort of push this in here.
Yeah, this is bad.
What? How are we supposed to move to the other door? If we
Alright.
Are
can't
we
move.
supposed to go through the other door? Or is
Well,
it back in purple snot?
do not by any means disturb the room of quietude on the way to the ruffs and frills of the guardians. Beyond the circular watchers lies the storeroom.
All right, so there's one door out of this room.
And also the purple pit.
Well, and I'm wondering if you can put fungus to sleep.
I mean,
I mean, I don't know. Even if they just go dormant, so we could get to the door.
I've got 2 sleep spells, but
I've got one.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break because it's 7:30, and
All right.
we will reconvene in 10 minutes at 7:40, and then we will keep on playing to see if you guys can get past the ruffles and frills of the circular guardians.
Oh boy.
Obviously, you just made it through the room of quietude.
Yeah.
we didn't
Sort of.
Noisily.
not successfully, but yeah, we survived.
I would say you disturbed it, but yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. 10 minutes.
All right, we gonna do this, man? Or are we gonna get
I already
killed?
did it. Wonder what Jim's gonna do. So I'm guessing we don't need to go through the door or through the purple.
I'm not gonna start that way. I think we tried the door.
Well, we had a blast playing that Aliens, Predator, D&D, Space Marines game.
I saw some of your posts from that.
Yeah, I got chewed up by a frogger moth.
Oh boy.
It was funny because we were the predators trying to get to Codex, and Barrier Peaks was actually a predator ship. And
Oh,
we found out
that
that
makes sense.
the mind flayers are predators' distant kin.
Again, that makes sense.
And so they were there guarding the Codex. Of course, there was also another clan of predators.
Hmm.
And the aliens were there, and the Space Marines were there. All we needed was some damn little gnome to come walking through and kick his ass out the ship. Get the hell out.
Yeah, there were so many crazy games that I heard about after the fact. It would have been great. But I kind of overdid it on Thursday and Friday. I was pretty packed with games. Saturday I only had one game and then did
Really?
the auction.
Dang, what'd you do all day?
I ran around trying to find people and talk to them. It seemed like I was like a shark. I just kept moving. It was just constant. I was either with somebody talking to him, trying to find somebody so I could talk to him, or I was just constantly moving.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Well, shit, that's not going to work until I quit this chat and come back. I tried to change my profile picture to God's damn it, Elijah.
It's now just the comic of you with a like sound bubble. That's funny.
Sorry, I feel horrible. I'm not in my A game.
Jim, what are we going to do with you?
So, hey, we're keeping tab. First, he cut the rope. Right? Now he talked in the quiet room.
Well, that was both of us. That's all right. We survived. It wasn't pretty, but we survived.
I have an emergency plan Z in case we TPK, and I almost pulled it out.
Oh, boy. I do, too. I'm not going out without using this bomb. So you guys are coming with me.
So how do you think we get through these mushrooms without triggering them?
Well, since we have 3 sleep spells, I think we should try that.
Okay, so let me break in here. Allah's still on break, which is fine. Let me go ahead and talk to Shane and to Jim about what's been going on with you guys. All right. So the first thing is that, Jim, you dropped back and you said, wow, I was in a 48-hour time loop and I got Dr. Omnibus to send me back. And that was when Thibodeau disappeared. What happened to you, Shane, was that you dropped back into Jordoba, went on an adventure, came back, remembered that he'd said something about Dr. Omnibus. So you went over to see Dr. Omnibus and he charged you 100 gold pieces to send you back into here.
Well, I had plenty.
So mark off 100 gold pieces, and that was how you also returned. However, so Shane, you're fine, except that you haven't slept for about 40 hours. Okay, so you're kind of reeling on your feet, and it sort of starts to hit you at this point while you're in a moment of relative safety. Even though you've got 40 apes banging on the dome overhead, and there are mushrooms in front of you and a giant pit of seething purple liquid, but you're basically able to still function. Now, Jim,
I'm gonna go to sleep in a corner.
Jim, you leveled up and got a new spell. And so what happened was that when you were done with the adventure in Jordoba and before you went to see Dr. Omnibus, you actually had to run over to the rabbit hole and study 4th level magic users for dummies as fast as you possibly could. And so you have got even less sleep than Thibodeau has.
Gotcha.
So you guys are not operating at full potential right now. Okay, so and then the other thing is that when I said that the sky was blue, that was a brain fart on my part because I forgot that the sky overhead, you're in an interdimensional pocket. So the sky actually looked a lot like the bottom of that chasm that you already went to, where it's like it was as if it were light, bright white light, except that it was crisscrossed all over the place with black lines, almost like cracks in the white sky. So that's
So I didn't screw up in the room of quietude. I was just role playing my tiredness.
yeah, exactly. It was you didn't think, you were like, we got to be quiet. I'll whisper. So plus
Hey, Matt.
everything sounded quieter to you anyway, because you had the spikes jammed into your ears from the relic of Thoth that you're carrying around.
Which can't contact the crystal ball from this pocket dimension, it seems.
That's correct.
How
Although
many, jingle
something
bells
did
I get?
happen because all those symbols of set lit up.
And see,
Something
in real life, I'm burnt to toast, so I don't have any clue what that meant.
Okay.
Except it's the same technology here.
Something's going on, yeah. But you're Elijah as well as you are burned to toast. So
How many jingle bells was on that chain?
7. So you have a chain of 7 jingle bells.
I could use that for my door opener at the restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
That's thinking ahead.
That's right. I'm getting my stronghold together. So far, I've got the bell that rings when the door opens.
It's the little things.
It is. It's the details that really make a place.
Hey,
All right.
we can have them snails ready for a stew pot.
So, Kestrick, you're thinking for 2 casters now because I'm tired. You think that's
shit. I can barely think for half of one.
That's what I was surprised when you guys were like, "Yeah, we're good for it." I'm like, "Oh boy."
Well, then I almost trigger a TPK, so you get what you pay for.
So you got mushrooms on that side over there.
Ooh, that's a lot of them. What's that picture over there?
That's just a mural painted on the wall.
Thalascoptus.
I was gonna say it's a mural of a mushroom just eating a human.
A giant mushroom god tossing humans into its gaping maw like pieces of popcorn.
Okay, I am going to try and cast sleep on these mushrooms
Okay.
to put them into dormancy.
All right. Which group?
He and I are in this together.
All right.
Hopefully
that
we're
group.
closer to the door.
This group here?
So he'll take one and I'll take the other.
The group with the blue bumpy one.
Okay. When you do that, the 2 mushroom men
You little bastards!
who were back in there
Who were really back there and we didn't see them.
both fall over like this. And so you've got your sleeping mushroom men. Also, the mushrooms themselves seem to droop a little bit. And then when Skeeter casts his spell over to the other side, you get the same result. The mushrooms seem to droop a little bit.
Whoa. Let's go check out the door quick.
Yeah,
Quietly.
go. GTFO.
All right. So you guys sort of run around the rim of the pool. Thibodeau is the first to get over there. You're also noticing that as the apes that were hammering on the ceiling, they seem to be getting bored and flying off one by one as they realize that they can't get through to you. So,
Wow.
there are still a couple that are hammering away at Jim's hold portal spell, but you're getting a sense that they've gotten tired of this particular sport.
Whoa.
I'm
Okay.
so tempted to leave them a surprise. So tempted.
So what do you do? Thibodeau, you're up at the door. The others are able to join you there.
I'm going to lay down so I can look up under the door and take a nap.
Okay. You lay down, you look under the door, you see something that looks like stone on the far side of a room. And as soon as you close your eyes, you fall asleep.
I am going to begin casting another spell.
Kick Thibodeau's ass.
You don't need a spell for that.
Yeah, that
I'll-
comes
I'll
later.
just go over there and do that.
All right, so you start casting a spell. Jim, what do you do?
I'm going to try and nudge Thibodeau awake because he just went through the same thing I did. He's just a little tired.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
All right. So Thibodeau wakes up with his normal response that he's had every single time you've ever woken him up, which is I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I got a witness.
I was just resting my eyes.
All right. Tovak.
Tovak's gonna walk over towards the door as well, and hey Thibodeau, do you need any help get the door open? I mean, is it all clear? If it's all clear, I got the old dwarf key.
I can't remember if I checked. I'll check it again.
Okay. You look under the door and there's something that looks like stone on the far side of a room.
And he goes back to sleep.
And Tovak's gonna kick a little bit. Oh, what do you see?
Come on, little buddy.
I didn't do it.
Cousin did it. All right. I seen a room. I didn't see nothing in it though.
The door's okay, right then?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me check for traps.
Just want to
Okay.
make sure before I give it a good.
All right. You find when you check for traps, there's a you find that there's a little hole in the door that is covered by a piece of wood that can be swiveled to reveal what's underneath it.
Kind of stay out of the way a little bit.
Okay.
Tell everybody to watch out.
All right.
Kind of move it out of the way a little bit.
Apparently, none of them's doing anything. They're all just standing around like cattle watching a card trick.
I move out of the firing solution. I was muted. Sorry. We all get out of the firing solution.
I'm casting my spell.
Okay. What spell are you casting?
Shield, so I can have some armor class.
Okay. You have a shield spell up. Then do you move out of the way?
Yes.
All right. Thibodeau, you reach up, you flip the little wooden thing, and a blast of energy shoots out of the door over the top of your head. It's not directed so much at someone opening the door as it is directed toward the pool of purple liquid.
Oh, great.
So as soon as it hits the pool of purple liquid, it suddenly begins to bubble, and you can see purple tentacles just beginning to sort of rise out of the water.
Okay.
Lots
let's
and
Open the door.
lots and lots of them.
It is a 2.
Okay, a 2 will do it. So you smack the door open with the dwarf key.
Bang through the door.
All right. So the door's open,
No time.
and let me make sure I've got my camera on this properly. Let me just switch this over to me for a moment, and then I'll describe.
I love that Chang told us to remember our way back when there's no chance in hell we're coming back this way.
All right. All right. So what you are seeing inside the room. All right. It's some sort of storeroom.
Wow!
Fuck that.
Oh.
Phew. Somebody's been collecting a few more than angel heads.
That's exactly right.
What?
It's a storeroom. Inside, there's a great big sort of Aztec-looking stone head. There are some boxes. There's a flipped-over bench. There's a crane. There's a statue of a hooded person. There's a great big statue of Cthulhu. There is a massive onyx frog about the size of any of you guys. There's a bookshelf leaning back against the back wall. And then there are some more boxes. So it's very clearly a storeroom. And this is your view through the door. What do you do?
Oh boy.
Move in quietly.
Yeah, we go right in there.
Okay.
Well, there's
I'm
something
gonna-
behind us.
I'm going to look up
Okay.
Just for a change.
just so I can see it coming.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna look down so I can see the trap before it pops open and kills us all.
Just to keep it spicy. Look up.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys all move into the room like that, and
Close the door.
so all right, you go in. You close the door. Rekestric looks up, and because of that, he does not see the two mushroom men that have been hiding right on the side
Of course not.
there. So they go ahead and they attack. They're both next to Rekestric. 14, that's going to be a miss against your shield. 17, however, is going to get through there against armor class 4. You take 1 hit point of damage. That's the surprise round. Spells and missiles.
Prep and a spell.
Okay. Then we go to melee. Rekestric, you are in melee, and also Thibodeau, you can get into melee if you want to, because you're pretty close.
I didn't say I picked up my bow, so I would be sword and daggering it.
All right.
That would be a 15, 16, armor class 2.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
That is 3 points of damage.
Okay. It's still alive.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so you're going to leap forward with your short sword?
Well, see, I'm kind of sleepy, so I'm going to charge him.
Okay. Roll the hit.
I will actually hit the same one.
Okay.
Ooh, 18.
That's
Pretty
a hit. Roll damage.
I think my little can of Red Bull, I don't know where it came from, is pretty good. 4.
Okay. That kills one of them.
Oh, damn.
So one of them is down. The other one. Okay, so then movement. Anybody else going to go into melee?
I'll join the melee.
Okay, so
Don't sound too motivated there,
I
dwarf.
don't
Wings
want
around.
to, but dwarf's got to do what a dwarf's got to do, and that's be one with the elves.
How hurt are you after the heal potion?
I've seen better kidney days, but it'll be fine. I think probably.
Tovak's always whining about his kidneys.
Yeah, his kidney. It's just he's got kidney stones. It's a really.
Hey now,
You can detect that because you know all about stones.
I literally feel your pain.
I've watched your guys' diet. I'm not shocked.
Oh yeah, Shane saying Jim, your video is off, by the way.
Oh, I forgot to click it back on.
Yeah, we're watching Marvin the Mage.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We love Marvin the Mage.
We do.
Okay, so that was movement. We go into melee, and it gets its attack. It misses. All right, Thibodeau, your attack.
Well, since I'm sleepy, I'm gonna start cutting up the mushroom for sushi.
Okay, so you're cutting up the dead one.
I got deep fried leg. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Rekestric.
I'm attacking again.
Okay.
And let's see, 12, 13, armor class 5.
Is a hit. Roll
Oh,
damage.
6 points of damage.
That takes him down.
Toadstool.
All right, so he's cut down.
You didn't even need my
And
help.
so you guys are out of melee.
I'm going to go ahead and drink my last regular potion of healing before I die.
We don't want to try the wild and crazy ones from Dr.
I do.
Oh, you're going to drink one of the
Yeah.
omnibus potions?
Those are fun.
Not yet.
No, I'm
We're
drinking a
close.
regular one. Hello?
I got 3-foot tongue out of it.
2
Wow.
seconds. Hold on.
What?
What?
Dr.
All right, let's take everything in this room.
Yeah, okay, so with everything represented here, which one looks like an angel's head?
Oh.
I mean, I would say Cthulhu, but we can't fit that in a bag.
What about that big ass Aztec head?
We'll be trying to
Well,
roll this head out the door,
I'm
drop it
gonna
in the
go-
water.
Yeah.
I'm about to pull an Ishwar and go invisible and start looking.
All right. I
believe in you.
don't have any problem with that.
I just want my big old 6-foot by 8-foot bed.
However, if you do sneak up on me and like boo, I will freak out. I mean, that's standard operating procedure.
Except for fuck ups, I'm all business in the dungeon. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So
like
here we
50.
are. Let me try
Good
to
view.
move Rekestric a little bit out of the way there so that we can pan this around. And so this is the stuff that's in the room. You're able to see, looking around, basically there's a great big barrel over there, boxes, the giant onyx frog,
Stairs going down.
bookcase. Full who? No, unfortunately, that's just a bookcase. Bench, crane, looks like a terracotta lion at the back. Giant empty box, statue of some hooded person, and the head of the Aztec thingy bob.
So did we
Hope that
get
one ain't-
any kind of information on what exact? Oh, shrunken head. I'll start looking in the boxes.
Okay.
Somebody look in the barrel.
I want to look on the bookshelf.
Okay. You're
Matt.
looking.
My spell was invisibility, so Ishwar's spell of indiscretion. So bang, and I start searching over by the bookcase too.
Okay. There's nothing on the bookcase. Rekestric, when you look into the box, you see that it's got about maybe 1,000 gold pieces in the bottom of it. They're loose, though.
Ooh.
Hey Thibodeau, got a job for you.
Damn. I was climbing up on the bookshelf so I can get a nap.
No, you're gonna want this job. Pick this shit up.
Pick it up.
It's
What we got?
gold. I'm looking for a severed head. I got priorities, man.
Do we know what an angel's head looks like? Is it going to have lots of feathers or?
Yeah, I don't think it has tentacles.
Can we?
Not a
can we
not a
touch it?
clue, but
later?
it should be a shrunken head. It shouldn't be gigantic, unless the thing was gigantic. Then
How
a
big are
shrunken head could be pretty big.
I'm thinking it should be beatific and not ugly or demonic looking.
Beatific.
Well,
Maybe not that.
it is a shrunken
we said-
severed head.
Said you
I
got a box?
honestly have no idea. Yeah, that could be it.
Could be an
I'm
Aztec
gonna-
angel.
I'll go check the boxes just in case.
All right. The
No,
boxes have been checked, and there's a pretty big
oh, that's-
pile of gold.
Bookshelf is empty,
Bookshelf is empty.
So far.
so crane is next.
I'm gonna look in the barrel.
Okay. How do you do that? Because it's sealed up.
Is it hollow? I'll knock on it. Or is
Okay.
it filled?
As soon as you touch it, that being the first thing that's really been touched in the room, there's a sort of a shifting light in the room, sort of very unpleasant kind of thing. And you guys,
Oh,
I didn't do it. I
Hey
didn't do it.
Jim,
I got a
I
witness.
fucked up.
materialized in the room, there is a toad-like demon creature.
Chester H. Cheetos. Wow.
All right, so there is our new character who's involved in the whole thing, and
boy.
so that's the toad demon there. And so in front of the toad demon, we'll go ahead and show where people are now. Tovak was going over and looking at boxes at the time that Skeeter touched something in the room. Elijah is back over with the crane, headed toward the crane. We've got Rekestric over at the barrel. And we also have Thibodeau standing on the box, looking down at all of the gold that's in there. So we'll switch over to the more tactical camera. Let's see what all that looks like. All right, so here's a view of the room. And
Over a touch.
That thing is ugly.
does that let us see what all is going on? Just trying. Try and move this to where it's more of a through the door-ish kind of a look. How are we doing right now? Oh, that's a great shot of my frog demon, but I want it a little higher up.
I love that little tiny frog.
That was a present from Rocky at the convention. So I figured that it ought to go in there. Okay, so this is where everybody is. We've got Tovak over here looking at boxes. We have Rekestric down here touching the barrel. We have Elijah way back here messing around with the crane. And then here's Thibodeau standing up on the box looking down at all the gold. So we have everybody in the frame there. It has just materialized. What do you do?
Shoot it with a bow.
Okay, Rekestric spins around, shoots with a bow. Roll to hit.
Oh my god.
Is that a good oh my god or a bad oh my
Yeah,
god?
really.
Armor class 1.
Maybe that's pretty decent.
Let me look this up. Hold on.
And armor class -3.
Probably the negative
Wow.
3 is going to be a hit. Let's see if the armor class 1's a hit.
That was all of my elven competency right there.
Okay, it is armor class -2.
Oh shit, that's dead. All right.
Okay.
Well,
So you
Five-
did
5
hit it.
points of damage.
Yep. Okay. Let me see what we got here.
Christ, that's gonna be difficult to hit even for me.
I don't think I can swing a crane into armor class -2.
Oh. Really,
If
holy
you crank it
water?
over there and grab him.
As soon as I get the lay of how it works, I'll try it if I can.
Did any of us buy holy water in town by any chance?
It's the one thing I'm not packing.
Rocky's got some.
Yeah, Rocky's got some on him. I'm just looking at all this stuff in my equipment list, and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't normally carry that.
Rocky's got it. Rocky's got it. Rocky's
I
got
could
it.
hit him with a ball of twine. Please, sir, may I offer you twine?
All right. So how much damage did you do, Skeeter?
5.
5. Okay.
Hey, man, I got 1,000 gold pieces if you go fuck off and leave us alone.
So just give us 10 minutes.
All right.
All I need is an angel's head.
10 minutes for 1,000 gold. Accepted.
Uh-huh. Really?
It takes the box with the 1,000 gold and it disappears.
Oh, okay. Oh, that worked. Oh, okay.
10 minutes, quick.
I'm never saying a bad word about elven kind ever again.
I did not see that
Hell,
happening.
I thought that was happening.
Okay, let's find an angel's head and get out of here.
Don't
Right?
touch nothing else.
I'm on that
Um,
plan.
Oh, there's some smaller boxes
Well,
over there.
You're pretty sure you can touch stuff now. That was you. Elijah knows that was probably a trigger type of thing. It's not going to be like every time you touch something in the room, it's going to summon a demon.
Bing, bing.
Nobody's got the power to wrap that kind of a spell up around everything in a room. So you're pretty sure you're free to touch things now.
Okay, now I want to try and open this barrel.
Okay. You open up the barrel and it's empty.
What about those little boxes right behind the barrel?
Little boxes right behind the barrel. Each one of them contains 4 potions. There are 4 boxes. You have 16 potions.
All right.
All right. 16 mystery
16
potions. Oh, yeah.
Anything around the crane of interest?
Nothing around the crane of interest.
Crane holding
The
anything
crane's
in paper?
the crane actually looks like it's used to move stuff in and out of the room. This is obviously the big stuff room. There is probably some other storerooms in Malagar's area that have smaller things in them. This is the big room, big stuff room.
Okay, so on the way to the ruffs and frills of the Guardians, beyond the circular watchers,
That was the mushroom people, I'm pretty sure.
Like-
lies
the mushroom people.
Is that them? Okay, lies the storeroom of a shrunken head.
Yep.
All right, so it should be in here somewhere.
All right, Matt, I'm going to go back and double check the shelves because I'm invisible. Maybe whatever's on the shelves are invisible, and run my hands through the shelves.
Okay. You don't find anything.
Overall,
Nothing there.
All right. Let's touch the big Aztec head just in case it's like some
Yeah,
sort of
knock on it, see if it's hollow.
Yeah.
Okay. You knock on it, and as soon as you knock on it, its eyes open.
Oh, what did you do now?
And
Sorry.
You're looking at a pair of regular old human eyes open in the stone head.
Oh, this isn't stone at all. Or is it?
Hello, Mr. Stonehead. Can you speak to us? Uh-huh.
Not.
The eyes are tracking you.
Okay. Blink.
ask the stone head if it knows where the angel head is. Blink once for yes and twice for no.
Yeah.
That's it?
All right, it blinks once.
Are you the angel head?
It blinks once.
Oh.
Boy.
How do we get you out of here? I don't know. Maybe that'd be the time to talk. How heavy is it? I mean, can we pick it up?
You figure it's about a half a ton.
Yeah.
So no.
Maybe drag
Does
it?
the crane look as though it can operate in such a way as to pick that head up and get it into the room with the purple gate?
Yes.
All right, I'm on this.
Okay.
All right. So the crane is on little on wheels. Now it's gonna pump down over the top of the wheels once there's something heavy on the crane. But you're able to wheel the crane without you have to actually get it through a bunch of stuff.
Probably have to move Cthulhu first.
But no, you're able to get it past Cthulhu. So you're able to move the crane over to the middle of the room here, and you can swing it around, and you can attach the ropes that it's got on it to form a sort of a quick little basket underneath the head by tipping it forward and back, and so you're able to sort of build a net underneath it.
Okay, if Torvak is a pretend elf, I'm going to be a pretend dwarf and get that thing off the ground.
Okay.
Well, let me ask the angel head a dumb question, and because it's like I'm assuming weirdly magical, don't suppose you can make yourself any smaller so we can get you out of this horrible place?
It blinks twice.
Okay.
But wait, check this out. That's the shrunken head.
Oh,
Right.
man.
So imagine what size it really is.
I'm gonna go into the fungus room.
Okay.
Are the mushrooms still kind of wilted? Like they're sleeping?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna gank the mushroom guys.
Okay. They're dead.
Okay. Cut a piece off, give it to Thibodeau. It's
All right.
steak.
That keeps him quiet.
Yeah. Keeps them subdued.
Okay, well, I think one of us needs to go check out what's at the bottom of that purple pool before we start throwing heads in there.
Well, there's no other doors in this room, are there?
No, just the one leading back out to the room with the purple pool and the mushroom guys.
All right.
Now, there are still tentacles. There are still all kinds of tentacles. coming out of there.
All right. Well, you know what? If we drop a giant head on them, it might smash them.
Or the tentacles might
Now, are y'all
smash the giant head.
out that way?
I have no idea if that's the way out.
It said, "Remember the way that you came."
And we came in
Obviously, to get
via
us
purple.
back the same way.
We came in through a purple gate.
Yeah. Go see if there's one of them funky little bags that holds everything.
You're
Is
just
this
looking for a
place?
bag.
Of holding, specifically.
Well, I'm gonna get in the doorway and just
Hey, you
start
don't know if you
shooting
don't ask,
tentacles.
Okay,
Just
you're gonna get
to
in the
see what
doorway
that-
and do what?
Shoot at the tentacles. to
Okay,
see
so
if
you're
that
able
does anything.
you're able to do that. You're hitting tentacles. You're slapping back down under the water, and more tentacles keep on coming up. Meanwhile, Elijah is pushing the crane on its wheel. So he's got the head up and attached to the crane by jiggling levers and stuff like that. Okay, so he now begins sort of inching the whole crane on its wheels over
Oh,
in this
shit.
direction, rolling it along.
Yeah, but I'm not committed to dunking it into the purple pool until we know for sure that's the way out.
I'm so sleepy. I'll go look. There might be a bed on the other side.
All right, let's think our ways through this. If the crane's on wheels, we could wheel it all the way to those floating tiles. If we didn't have all that shit in between us.
Well, if we're quiet, the monkeys may not bother us.
I'm not thinking a wheeled crane is going to be especially silent.
No.
Actually, it's pretty quiet.
We do have oil, so we can grease all the hinges and stuff, so it'll be relatively quiet.
All right, so when Tovak looks at the hinges and stuff, all right, you're able to tell, first of all, what these have been greased with is probably some kind of magical substance, because it is extremely quiet, and some of the works in here are virtually frictionless. Secondly, you're able to notice that there are a couple of little levers on there that Elijah hadn't messed with because they didn't look like they had anything to do with the operation of the crane. And it's correct. They do not appear to have anything to do with the operation of the crane. You want to pull a lever or two and see what they do?
There's only one answer. Yes.
Okay. So when you do that, a couple of things happen. And let me switch over. Let me see if I've got the right one here. Okay, so you pull the levers. Okay, now first of all, here's the big crane thingy bob. All right, it ratchets in several places. Okay, that does put the head back down on the ground, and also the tripod legs fold up a little bit. Okay, now. So when you're looking at it, the thing has you're going to have to raise the head a little bit more to get the head clearance from the ground. But the whole thing has just compacted itself down into a size that will be able to go through a door. So this is how the thing works. It's not just a crane. It's also a forklift.
Let's go.
All right. So you start moving your levers to get the thing going, and so these levers are also what move the tripod legs. All right, so you start, Elijah, shuffling the thing forward from the back, and it begins walking forward, and it goes into the room where there are all of the tentacles. Skeeter is sort of keeping the tentacles back by shooting them as they come in. You're losing one arrow for each bow shot, though, Skeeter, so keep that in mind. Okay. How many arrows do you have? Like 20 probably, right?
I have 40 listed, but I've used several.
Well, you've been getting them back mostly.
Right.
So we'll say you've got 30. You've shot like 4 at this point. Okay. And you are pretty sure that you're not doing any damage to the things.
Right.
At this point. So what are you guys planning on doing? You have got your crane and your magic user have walked their way into the room with the shrunken angel head. And so let's go ahead and sort of get a general idea of what things are looking like over in that room. Switch the camera over. All right. So here we are in the room. There's Elijah working the levers of the thing to make it walk forward.
Unless anything I've done counts as an attack, I should still be invisible too.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. You're still invisible. But everyone else understands enough about it that when they see the levers working, they know that you're pulling. I'm
giving regular audio updates, so they know what I'm doing.
Is War's trick? Yeah. Okay. So there you are. What are you going to do?
This one's got tentacles.
Well, wait. Are we? So I'm going to drive it past. I'm going to attempt to drive it past the tentacles.
Yep, you can do that. So crushing mushrooms as you go. You walk the thing around the edge of the pool, and you get to the door. Sorry, my dog is getting annoyed with me. Hi, puppy.
Perfection.
You're able to get to the room of quietude, And so here's, if you hang on. So if you had Milo with you, this is what he would look like.
Aw.
Let me go ahead and click on that. There's Milo, and he's not very happy that he's.
Well, I want to just like squish his face.
All right, so
What a cute boy.
all right, so you've walked your crane over to the door into the room of quietude. You gonna keep moving?
That was unpleasant.
What?
Didn't know Skeeter was gone.
I got booted.
Oh, okay.
I've been gone for about 30 seconds.
Okay. All you missed was me showing a picture of Milo to everybody. So
Before we
Oh.
get into the quiet room again,
Mhm.
We might need to make a plan of how we plan on getting across the water.
Let's get through the
We're gonna have to do that shove and boat thing.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we've got two of those things. We can.
Right. I've got some twine. We can tie them together.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. The
Like a
web
big
is still on the sarcophagi, so if everybody can get through this room quietly and I don't open my fat mouth again, we should be good.
Agreed.
okay. So you walk it forward into the room of quietude. It is making no noise because of this weird, the oil and the grease that's used on it. The room is absolutely filled with giant monkey crap, and so it's a little bit difficult to walk in the slimy slidiness of it. But you walk your crane over. You go through the gateway, and so that is going to put you here once again, pretty much where you started from. One of the rock things has moved closer, and so here with his crane, out comes Elijah,
Damn.
and it's got the angel head hanging from it, and then Rekestric and Tovak and Thibodeau. All right, so there's everybody accounted for. What do you do?
Okay,
That
question.
other one.
Oh, do you want me to switch this over more to the overhead?
No, it's just
Sort of
question though.
Yeah.
Do we kind of assume that jumping in the water took us back to Jordoba? Or was that just a fluke, we think?
Um,
Some time warped ass fluke.
I'll tell you that's not a good idea just because you and I fell in that water and warped both in space and time to two different locations and two different time zones. So that's not a chance I want to take.
But same city.
The riddle does say that we have to remember the landing place. So we probably have to
That's
go
for
back
the boat.
to the very.
Well, for sure we need the boat to get back to Chang.
All right. We'll get on this thing carefully, and we're going to push it off at the same time so it goes straight.
okay.
Yeah. And I can probably push it off.
We'll
Just
get all
make
this if
sure-
we have to, just to get some good speed and cram that first one maybe out of the way if we have to, you know.
All right. So, along with your head and your crane and all of you, you push off from the edge and you begin heading over. You bump the first one out of the way, and then you begin moving backwards from that impact over here.
Where's the grappling hook?
Yeah, grab it. Try to grab the other one.
Okay.
Zip that over to the far one. No, to the far anchor point.
Mhm.
Let's see if we can get that far.
Yeah, you can do that. And so you're able to haul yourself directly underneath the swirling disc of the purple pool, the purple gate. So that's where you guys are now, is you're floating sort of, although quite stable, apparently floating directly underneath the pool. It's 10 feet above you.
How high does this crane go up?
It'll go up 10 feet. All you have to do is sort of unlock the mechanisms to where it's more like a normal crane instead of the one that walks through doors. And then you'll be able to get that kind of height on it.
Okay.
So
I'm-
what if? Well, I was thinking, I could probably go up there and start. As long as we end up at the edge of that pool, maybe we can make some sort of pulley system to try and get at least the head up. I don't know if we can get the crane up though.
I wonder if piece of you goes through, you get sucked up.
That would be good to know, because if we can get the edge of the crane up, then it's on the other side, and we can keep
Yeah,
moving the
that's
head around.
what I'm wondering.
Because we
Maybe
need the
get
crane to
sucked
get the head back to the boat.
Well, we can test that with like an iron spike or something. Just tip it and see if all of it goes up.
As soon as it, okay, so you reach up with an iron spike, and as soon as it hits, or, toss it up or whatever, as soon as it touches the purple swirling liquid up there, it is sucked up into it.
Ooh, cool.
Sweet. Okay. Well, way less trouble than it's worth then.
Let's try it.
All
Okay,
right.
so tell me what it is that you do.
Who wants to go up first?
Shouldn't the crane and the head go first?
Well, somebody needs to make sure the place is kind of clear.
I'll go up.
I'll follow, and also I'll be ready to catch and pull up whatever ends up coming out.
If you have to.
Well, here's my only caution: stand back in case the crane and the head all come up in a big random whoosh.
Right.
You don't want it landing on you.
Right. No, we can stay back away from the portal a little bit.
Okay, so everyone is going to stay back a little bit from the portal, standing clear of the crane, except for Elijah, who has to.
Now. Okay, hold on. Before we let Elijah go through, let's make sure we get a rope left. Give Tovak the other one end of the rope. We could throw the rope through it or something like that,
Just in case.
and see if they throw part of the rope back and hang on to it, so somebody can climb up later.
Okay, so tell me exactly what happens. I know everyone but Elijah is clear of the crane. Okay.
So are they already
then-
up?
No. We're down on the thing. I want y'all to tell me what it is that you do. So you're by the crane. You've got
So
the control of the crane.
Shane, you go through first with your grappling hook and rope, and then stand back. And after we get the crane and the head through, you can throw the rope back down for the other two.
Okay, so Shane throws the grappling hook up. As soon as the grappling hook touches the purple liquid, it sucks itself and Shane up through the thing. So you hear the very brief happen. Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna give him a minute to get back, and then I'm gonna tip the top of the crane up into the thing, hanging onto the crane for dear life.
Okay, and as you expected, of course, it sucks not only the head but also the crane and you up through the purple gate. Now that one causes a great big old tangle on the far end. Crane
I'm running in
and
circles.
head sort of smash into you, and you take 6 hit points of damage. So the crane actually hit you pretty hard when you guys popped out of the purple gate.
God, it's a good thing I leveled up. Okay, while they're coming up the Shane's rope, I'm gonna take Dr. Omnibus's healing potion.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
go ahead and
Drop
give
the rope
yourself
back down.
1d8 plus 1 hit points.
So 6 back.
Okay.
And
All right. Your head swells to 5 times its normal size.
Just like real life.
Awesome.
But
Already kind of big, but
so the problem is that your neck is no longer strong enough to support your head.
Oh shit.
oh, boy.
lay on the ground quick.
So first thing is that you sort of tip forward and your mouth and your nose are just against your chest because you can't lift it up any. And then Thibodeau's saying, lie down.
We can make you some sort of brace.
You got Shatner head, man.
We'll drag you by the feet later.
We could create a scaffold.
And we use the crane to move him.
Yeah, we
Hold
could
on.
use the crane to move your big head around.
Damn, that's why the angel's head's so big. He must have drunk one of
Yeah.
them potions. All right, while I'm laughing at him, I'm going to drop the rope down.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to drop the end of the rope down, and I'm going to latch to the grapples on this side. It ain't like I'm
Okay.
strong enough to pull them up.
All right, so you just grapple it to the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. A moment later, Tovak and Rekestric come climbing up the rope. And they see,
Hey,
giant.
look at him! Look at him!
Yeah, there's giant-headed Elijah lying
What the
down on the
fuck happened to
ground.
Look at
him?
him!
Well, they don't see it actually, but
Oh yeah, we would.
Oh, that's right. You're still invisible.
so all you hear is my voice going, "Do I have red eyes? Do I have red eyes?"
You don't have any eyes right now.
Where are you? He actively kick you in the face sometimes.
Well, since we can't see him, tell him to come on. Let's go back through.
All right, so that's what they say.
All right, let's start wheeling this
Is
thing.
Thibodeau anywhere where I can reach over and just frog him a good one?
Yeah. All
Okay,
right, so
that'll drop the invisibility.
right, so you smack Thibodeau, and so all of a sudden Elijah appears in the middle of the room, and his head is about 4 feet in diameter.
Whoa!
He
What
hit
the
me in
hell
the buttock.
happened to you?
I started reading my own reviews and believing them.
Did you get stung by a bee in the head?
I'm hoping it's going to wear off. Otherwise, I'll see you guys.
Oh man!
Well,
Let's
so
strap him
far,
onto the crane.
so far,
Max,
all
am
of
I
the
still red?
omnibus potions have worn off. I mean, there was within the last 48 hours, Thibodeau had a 10-foot long tongue. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
How are we doing on
My back case
total
sounded dirty.
time? Because we only had an hour to get back to the boat,
right,
or 24 hours. I can't remember which now.
you had 24 hours with that, 10 minutes with the demon. You figure you're probably safe from the demon because it's been more than 10 minutes and there hadn't been any sort of pursuit. So,
Let's go quick. I need a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
haven't taken that much time, really.
no,
Somebody
it
hold
hasn't
me.
been all that long. I mean, you've been in here about 4 hours, probably.
So how long is it normally taken for the other side effects to wear off?
10 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. It's,
You're going to be a big-headed baby for quite a while. That's all right. We'll carry you.
I mean, I can,
Hook
I
him on
can
the crane.
pop your head off.
No, this is magic. Somehow I feel like I'm still at North Texas Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need help, and ideally help that gets me close enough to the crane controls to keep moving it.
Okay. I'll hold Jim's head.
okay.
You work the controls. I'll you make sure nobody attacks us. Thibodeau, make sure nobody attacks us from behind. We'll kind of just work this.
All right, so Tovak advances out with a sort of advance guard, sword and shield out. Behind it, your crane is walking along with the angel head, giant stone angel head, swinging back and forth.
Oh my God, what a sight!
It at one
This
at
would
one
be
point.
an excellent Netflix show right here.
So behind it, Charlie Brown is working the controls with the elf holding the big head in place there. And then behind that, Thibodeau is coming out. Every once in a while, the angel's head sort of spins around, and you see it. You see the piercing blue eyes looking at you guys as if to say, "These are the people who've come to rescue me."
Is it smiling?
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Angel head.
Hey,
If this doesn't get this show ratings, Patreon bids, I don't know what
Yeah.
will.
The 5 people watching must be intrigued by this.
all right. So you walk your crane over to the edge of the chasm.
Yep.
I
Can't remember the chasm.
believe that one was fake, so check it out, y'all.
Oh, right. Throw some dirt out.
And it's real. I'm sorry. I mean, you throw the dirt out and the dirt just lands. It's a fake. It's a
Okay,
fake
so-
chasm.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little worried there.
Yeah, no, sorry. There is a real chasm in there. It's just you came this way across the fake one.
Yeah, see?
Let's throw the dirt so we can have a clear outline for where we're taking our convenient crane.
Yeah.
Getting our 2 giant heads across.
Hang on. Shane is putting up a map, so let me switch over to where we're seeing Shane's picture.
Say something, Shane.
Hey,
I locked it on him.
You can just click on them. Not lock into it.
yeah, we're heading that way.
Does that say
Yeah.
purple snot?
Yeah.
Okay. I
That's
just
that
wondered.
pit. That was the other pit.
Yep.
We kind of blew up.
Okay, so you're on your way across. This one's the fake one.
Yep.
All right. You keep walking along. You got Skeeter's still holding Jim's head so it doesn't flop forward and suffocate him on his chest.
I'm gonna slap him back in the head.
All
You
right,
can't.
so
I have my fingers in his ears to hold him in place.
well, you don't have him on his ears because if you did that, you'd be pushing spikes into his ears because he's got spikes in his ears and those glasses things. So you're just sort of
Okay.
Don't mess with my artifact. I haven't figured out how to actually use yet.
All right.
Hey, it's like a steering wheel.
So Thibodeau is making trouble with the magic user while the magic user is helpless.
I'll fly back to Texas, man.
Okay, so can
You get
put the
you get
angel
past
head-
the past the chasm room and you get into the room that has your boat.
We'll put the angel head in the boat.
Okay.
Whoa there, cowboy. Does it look like the boat's gonna hold it?
Yes, it'll hold the angel head. It won't be able to hold the crane as well.
Okay, so lower it in.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it sort of tips like this, but it doesn't cause any problems.
All right. Is there room for the rest of us in the boat? That's the most important part.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't get out.
if you packed yourselves in there, it will right itself just perfectly with the thing
Added
balancing
weight in my
against you
head.
guys. Right. That's right. Well, I mean,
Ballast.
for a moment, you almost drown when your head flops backwards down into the water, and Rekestric has to pull it back up again.
Papa Willie. Papa
Let's
Willie.
lay Jim down so we don't have to support his giant head anymore.
Little help here.
Well, if you put his head in the middle, all you guys are going to have to sit on the side of the boat.
Yep.
Okay, we'll sit on the side
As
of
long
the
as we
boat.
keep it
Okay, so
balanced.
You guys all sit around on the edges of the boat. Jim's head's lying in the middle of the whole thing, looking up at the weird sky, and your boat begins to move again. So
Okay.
it
Hopefully
carries you
backwards.
back once again. First through the weird sort of cathedral type space, and it's got breaks in it where weird lights shining through, and it finally heads toward like a little sort of tunnel type thing. And you go through it, and then you're under the sky, and then all of a sudden you arrive back in Chang Falsetooth's weirdly sized tower, and Chang is sitting there at the dock. He's gotten himself a little chair and a little table. He has a delicate little jug that's made out of some sort of green glass, and he's been pouring himself little demi-tosses of some sort of liquid and sipping at them when you guys arrive.
We'll give him a laugh.
All right, man.
Take that,
We're
Malagar.
back.
All right. He smiles at you with the the metal teeth that he's
I'm gonna go up there and lean on Jim's head like this.
Okay. You're leaning on Jim's head.
We have returned.
Wonderful.
The angel's head. We expected it to be shrunken like we think of shrunken heads. How big is that thing?
Probably about 40 feet tall when he's at full size.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
he's enormous.
That
He
would've been
knows
nice to
he's
mention.
a shrunken head too. Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Sir,
here,
could I get it to spell magic?
yeah, can we do something about Big Head here?
Yeah, I can cast a dispel magic on him once you get.
Wait a minute,
Go
wait a
ahead.
minute, hold on. I want to grab one of his nose hairs.
Oh boy.
All right, you pluck out one of Jim's nose hairs.
How long is it? I gotta write it down.
I'm just warning you. You start this. I'm gonna. It's gonna be a knock at 9 a.m.
It's it's going to the restaurant. It'd be a war trophy.
I'm gonna say about a foot long.
Woo!
It might get small after the dispel magic happens.
Oh, I better not. It's not connected.
Can I bite him?
I'm gonna run around his head.
Hey.
All right, so
Yeah,
you're trying to
Pac-Man.
rotate your head around and bite him. He's running circles around your head. Chang casts a spell, and your head returns back to normal size.
What about the hair?
The hair stays a foot long.
Yes, that's gonna be a war trophy. We're gonna put that in the
So
restaurant.
disturbing.
Oh. I mean, I didn't have a problem with all the other things we've been killing and eating, but that was just a
I didn't
little
eat it.
weird.
It's a war trophy. Go put it over the doorway.
Hey, we don't attack our own party
That's not attacking.
yet.
That's collecting.
Yet.
Well, Jim did hit him first.
Ah.
Well. All right.
Okay, so everyone is good. You've unloaded the angel head.
Yeah, what do we do with this thing?
It's his problem.
Oh yeah, no. Chang says yes. I'll take care of it.
Okay. Well.
Tell the head, have fun.
All right. Experience points for that.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, jeez.
Why, Mr. Head? I hope this is where you want it to be.
We're gonna say that that's about 1,000 experience points each. I think for
Woohoo!
that. Just sort of
What?
in total?
That is
What?
crazy. No, that's crazy good.
Okay.
That's like the biggest load of experience points we've ever gotten.
Y'all were closer to dying at every single second of that thing than you have been.
Damn monkeys. Somebody had to make
Like
noise.
live on the edge.
You had a virtually infinite supply of monkeys to go after you. You had you got around the mushrooms. The mushrooms were nasty because they did all sorts of spore stuff.
That's what I expected.
Yeah. So by the time you got to the type 2 demon, you were supposed to be totally messed up from the spores and everything. So you guys did a really good job, especially bribing the demon.
Yeah, that was funny.
That never works.
I'm
So I
surprised
figured,
how well that worked.
why not?
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah,
All right, did I keep pieces of the mushroom?
Do what?
The pieces
Yeah,
of the mushroom I cut off?
Yeah, you've still got them.
And what about did we happen to keep that first tentacle that we cut off in the room before the purple snot that we
Yes.
pissed off?
Yes, you did. You kept that.
All right.
Jim, do you have the ability to tell us what these potions are at some point?
Sure. I mean, we can consult either one of our masters. I don't think I have detect magic yet.
It doesn't work on potions anyway because they're
I do have it.
They're actually natural chemistry. So it takes somebody like Dr. Omnibus or somebody who has, sort of the type of magical, technological equipment to be able to derive what it is that they do.
Can I take responsibility for getting Dr. Omnibus to help diagnose the potions? Because I need to do some non-game time talking to him anyway.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, let's go ahead.
I'll hand them to Jim.
Shane's going to have to head out. So let's go ahead and wrap it up here, and then Jim, you and I can do the conversation not tonight, but we'll go ahead and record the conversation between you and Shershavun or Omnibus or whoever it is that you take it to.
Sure.
Cool.
Sweet.
Right. Awesome. Great game tonight.
Yay!
Somehow.
I need to go back to town to hit up my opium den. I need to relax.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'm gonna climb on my snail shell and take a nap.
All right. Very good.
right.
I will see everybody next week.
All
All right,
right.
y'all.
See y'all.
Thanks for
Later.
watching, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah.